This is an instructional video for the cast of Dream Play. My name is Amy, and I'll be meeting with you all in coming weeks to do some vocal coaching. But before then, I wanted to give you the tools to start working on one technique that we'll be using throughout the play so that you'll have time to practice and beef it up before the show. So we're going to be talking about overtone singing. Some of you might have heard of tube and throat singing. If you're doing other research or watching other videos online, that is not the technique that we're going to be using. It can be really hard on your voice. It could really wreck you before the show. What we're going to be working on is very easy on the voice, should be very comfortable. If at any time during your practice you start to feel strained or something is painful or uncomfortable, stop. And something's probably gone wrong. I'll make sure that everybody gets my contact information, and I'll be available to meet one-on-one if anybody needs extra help. So let's get started. So first you need to pick a vowel in a comfortable mid to low part of your range. So something like or oo. And we're going to use the vowel, we're going to start on the vowel oo, and slowly during a very long tone sort of morph it into the vowel e. So something like ooh. So somewhere in the middle there, sort of where you're making a German sort of sound, you'll start to hear overtones popping out. If they're not very loud or it takes a while to hear them, that's fine. Just keep practicing, playing around. Not everybody's will happen at the exact same place. We've all got different mouth shapes, different tongue, teeth, resonant space sizes. So everything I describe in this video is going to be a little different for everybody, and a lot of it is just playing around with your own instrument and getting to know it. So once you've found sort of that sweet spot, for me it's there are a couple more things you can do to help the overtone be really present. I find that a lot of times it helps to start with sort of a nasty N sound. It sort of makes your lips curl out and brings the tone forward in your face. Also creating more resonant space at the back of your mouth. I know some of you have vocal training, and you'll know about raising the soft palate. If not, the soft palate is a part of your mouth towards the back of the roof. You'll feel it stretch when you yawn, and it's a place sort of behind the hard part of the bone at the roof of the mouth. When you yawn, it kind of goes like this and makes a little cup shape. So mess around with that, raising it, and the sort of nasty in sound. See if those help you out. Something like let's see. So once you're comfortable finding overtones to pop out, the next step is to try and control them. So you can move the overtone occurring above the fundamental pitch by your tongue position. So the further forward the tongue in the mouth, the higher the pitch, and the further backwards in the mouth, the tongue, the lower the pitch. And your tongue position is going to be something like, if this is the roof of your mouth, and this is, put it this way, this is the roof of your mouth, and this is your tongue, sort of laying flat, it's going to come up like this, make sort of a cup shape, not quite touching the roof of your mouth, but just staying right down here. and it should be somewhere between a flat tongue and a pointed tongue. So something like, don't worry too much about that. Just do whatever feels comfortable for the most part. So changing the pitch of the fundamental, forward is high, backward is low. This takes a lot of practice, and if you can only maybe get one or two or maybe three overtones out of a single fundamental, that's great for starting out. It takes a lot of practice to develop the higher and lower fundamentals. But just play around with that. The more you practice and the more you get to know the muscles in your mouth and what works and what doesn't, the easier it'll come. So some good places to practice this are while you're driving a car, in the shower, while you're cleaning your room, doing the dishes, just mundane stuff. Just play around, see what works, see what sounds good to you. It's good to record yourself, just using your laptop mic if you can. Besides sometimes the fundamental resonating in your mouth and the overtone resonating in your head will sound different than what a listener would hear. So recording yourself, even practicing with a friend, or just singing to a friend, asking them what sounds best, what they hear, can be helpful. So that's overtone singing, and happy practicing!